Thursday night's e-commerce masterclass. My name is Chris, otherwise known as the Conversion Crusader. Give me a second. I'm going to go and invite all my students in who are waiting at the Freedom Club. Welcome, Freedom Clubbers. My name is Chris, otherwise known as the... Actually, that's the other intro. My name is Chris, Head of Education here at the Freedom Club. Welcome to Tuesday nights. What we're doing, this is the marketing... what are we doing? Marketing reviews. Marketing reviews call. How you all doing? Let's give everybody a couple minutes to jump in. Hold on a second. Max, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hanil, welcome. Justin, just chill again. Welcome, guys. Now, starting from today, Tuesdays are a bit different. We have a very strict time schedule tonight. We will be streaming for 1 hour. Exactly. If I don't get to your question, I do apologize. I do tend to waffle on. I know. But we got 1 hour tonight to get through everything. And then after this, I'm doing a special unstreamed call to those who are in the gold and the blue memberships. We're doing a scaling masterclass. So I'm looking forward to seeing those of you who are going to that one. That streaming masterclass will be a private stream for the inner circle only. We will not be streaming to YouTube. You'll be free to share your screens and information without the whole world seeing it. That's why we're doing it. All right, let's get started. I'm going to jump straight into it. Max D. Hey, Willen. Max D. Review ad account for Silk Moose. Cool name. You improved your ads last call by including more of the problem in your ideal on the... Hold on. Let's start again. Including more on the problem my ideal customer faces rather than showing off the product. My ad stats are quite bad and you're keen to get my thoughts. Okay. Let's find your ad account first. Give me a second. Silk Moose. Coming right up. For those of you who do want to watch on YouTube, here's a link. Sup, Damon? Chris, what's my email? What's your email to give you access to your ads account? 1 second. Give me my email address. Make sure when you add me to your business that you assign the ad account to me as well. Hanil wondering, does private calls include silver? No, this particular one is for scaling only. And it's for gold and blue only. Trust me, when you earn enough to get into gold and blue, you'll be in the call, and we'll be able to help you scale further. All right, top of funnel testing. Spent $300 testing these masks, I think. Okay, cost per click is quite high. Let's have a look at the actual link click. Cost per link click, $3.56. That is nowhere near where we need it to be, but funnily enough, the link click-through rate's actually pretty good. So that's interesting. Your CPM, oh man, your CPM is outrageously high. Jesus Christ. Why is your CPM so high? $11 cost per click, my God. All right, let's take a look. First of all, what are we doing in the ad set? $10, women, no interest or behavior. All right. So basically, you've been testing ads, and let's forget this top of funnel here. This test campaign here has just been testing ads. You've spent probably not quite enough. Oh, let's have a look at today. $20 in total. At between 20 and $40 spent on an ad, it's pretty good. Like, you've got a pretty good indication of whether or not it's a good ad. C2 sitting up here at $1.83 per click with a click-through rate of 7.5. That's not very bad. That's not even quite bad. That's actually quite good. Exclusively for members who are making 5,000. Well, 1 second, guys. 1 sec. Let's get to the bottom of this problem first. So it says gold, blue, and Hall of Fame. So if you are making $5,000 a month or more profit, please talk to your coach and get your tag updated. Hanil, are you making that much profit yet? Okay, so what we have here is one good ad so far. We've spent $20. I know the CPM's outrageously high, but God, good Lord, if your CPM was more like $30, $40 like the rest of us, then you'd be getting, under $1 click. So this would be great. So you got a bit of direction here. C2 is clearly the winner, and C5 the second best. What do these ads look like? Which one was a good one? C2 was the best one. Hello, Rhonda.
Late nights, early mornings, constant stress, and my skin shows it. Dull, dehydrated, just tired. That's when I decided to give the viral bio collagen face mask a go.
This ad is much better.
Hours and my skin felt completely renewed. Deeply hydrated, smoother and glowing. It's like having a fresh start on my face. And if you are unsure, there's a 30-day trial.
Hell yeah. Nice one. Now, look, what this is telling me is that this ad is pretty good. C5 is your next best performing ad, but it's not great. I mean, it's good. It's heading in the right direction. So we need more of this. We need more of this with less words. I love the face in there. That's really nice. I love the background there, the silk mist down the bottom. Don't buy this mask if you want aged, dehydrated skin. Don't buy this mask. I like what you've done there. I want you to test the reverse of that. I want you to test buy this mask if you want hydrated skin. So I just want to see how it works with it flipped. The other thing that works really well for some of my stores is like a 1-star review. And the 1-star review on this one could be 1 star only because now I don't need any other skincare product. Or 1 star, I scared my husband to death, but hey, my skin looks good. You know what I mean? So funny 1-star reviews can work really well. I like the format. You need to have more of this. So look, you're actually heading in the right direction as far as I'm concerned. Now, what does concern me is the CPM. Now, CPM can be this high if this ad is, well, it's happening on all of the ads. Sometimes when you have a CPM that's really high on one ad, but not high on the others, that can tell me that the problem is your marketing angle is wrong. On this ad, right, we'll get your product here. What you're not doing though is you're not putting any of the enhancements on. So definitely come in here and turn these enhancements all on. They definitely help with getting cheaper CPMs and cheaper cost per clicks and cheaper conversions. And let's take a look at your actual product landing page. See, it's pretty good. But why is the CPM so high? I don't love this face. I know that sounds awful, but you're selling this glossy skin thingy. I'd find a better model for that. I don't love 34 bought today. I do find that's kind of cheapening your brand a fair bit. I think the price point is the problem here. You haven't even sold them on 1, and now you're trying to sell them on 4. That's the biggest problem. So I feel like this is my theory. This is my theory. People are seeing your ad and they're thinking, yeah, I'm tired. My skin's dull. Cool. What you got here, brother? Oh, Silk Moose. Oh, look at that price. And they're probably shutting this down immediately. Now, when Facebook sees that people are shutting a page down immediately, it elevates the CPM. It's like a slap in the face back to you. Hey, Relentless and Just Jordan over on YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys. So when your CPM is high, it means there's something going wrong on your page and you're getting punished for it. Sometimes it can be that your pop-up is annoying people. Sometimes it can be that what is a CPM? CPM stands for cost per mile. It's your gas mileage price for showing your ad on Facebook. Every single product and ad has a different CPM. It's determined by Facebook. You can't ask Facebook to reduce it, but it's here as a guide to tell you how much Facebook's going to charge you in particular to run this ad on Facebook. Diane, you thought something as simple as having a high competitive product could give you a high CPM? Yeah, a high competitive product can give you a high CPM. But when I talk about a high CPM from a competitive product, I'm talking like $40 to $60. I'm not talking $90 to $136. That's ridiculous. I've had these CPMs in the past. And for me personally, it was when I had a clickbait title and people would be like, oh, this is the number one, whatever it was in Australia, click on it and close it down fast. It's the behavior of the customer, then what they're doing on your store, that's increasing your CPM. So we have to make them stay on the store longer. I think the average length, when I say average, I'm talking like overall average. The average length someone stays on your website probably could be even 10 seconds. You have to get it up to like 30 seconds. And I know that doesn't sound like much. Most people click off, but we got to get more people to stay on to increase the average time that someone's looking at your webpage to decrease that CPM. Amongst other things that increase your CPM, that's probably one of the most important. Does that explain CPMs enough? Any other questions around that? The rest of the website's great. I don't think people are getting this far though. I think they're like seeing this and going, that's a no from me, sir. Now, what I would do here, I'll tell you exactly what I would do. I turn off all your tests for now. You've kind of proven to yourself C2 and C5 are your winners, so you can turn these all off. This round of testing is done. From here, I would make a new test inside this campaign, and I would test now for different things. Now, we found 2 ads that work. We need more of them, okay? So we need more of C2s, and we need more of C5s. Now, C2 being a video, how do you make more? Well, cut me a different version that's shorter. Cut me a square version, and add subtitles. Don't turn this one like this one's a winner, so we're going to be using this one, but now we want to test different variations of it until we understand maybe 5 good ads that are working really well. Be a C5 ad. You know now that this is kind of working. How can we make similar ads that say different things that have a similar look and feel? We can change the colors. You can move the face to the right and flip it. You can use different text here. So we want to aim for about 5 different ads, preferably even more, preferably 6, 7, or even 8, but minimum of 5 good ads to keep going, to get started. So just on pricing, you're worried about profitability if you offer a lower quantity. Hey man, not every single product can be sold for a profit, and it's up to us to figure out how we're going to do this and make money. That's the challenge with this, right? So what's your cost? What's your cost to buy one of these? One mask. What's the cost to buy one? Actually, tell me now, what's the cost of 1, the cost of 2, the cost of 4? If you can break those prices down. Hey, what happened to my music? Just waiting for Max to get back to me, everybody. Pricing is important. The lowest you can buy is 4 for $15. Cool. Come in packs of 4. All right. Why don't you have as the first option, buy 4, and it costs $45. Cost of 8 is $20. Cool. So we want to be selling 8. So I would definitely say buy 4 for $45. One mask is $11. Cool. All right. So we can do. You could sell one mask for $33. You could sell 4 for $45, or you could sell 8 for like $60. Rhonda, you had someone fix your DNS for your domain. How long does it take to start working? You were told 3 or 4 weeks. No. For me, more like 3 or 4 days. More like 3 or 4 days. So yeah, Mark, we definitely want to work on the pricing. That's the most important thing. And I want you to experiment with some of these too, because this is, I mean, for me, spending $74 on some face masks when I haven't trusted the brand before, I kind of want to dip my toes in the water. What you want to do, the first thing you want to do is get the sale. Okay? Even if it's a small profit, at least we can try and get the sale. And after that, once you've gotten the sale, you can upsell them through email and sell them other products, because you're going to have more than one product here eventually. You got a few here, and you're probably going to add more and more and more. And this could, I mean, Silk Moose could be an amazing skincare brand with lots of products that you can upsell via email once you've made the purchase. But we got to get that purchase. Obviously, it's not working at this price point. So now your job is to go test those smaller price points and see if you can find what works, and also test new ads and new cuts of your video. I wouldn't expect to have any sales while I'm doing this kind of testing. You might get lucky and get a couple. You might. I mean, I know I did for some of my stores, but I'm not expecting it. I'm doing this spend to get an idea of the types of creatives that work. Now that you've got 2 that work, you've got an idea. And once you have 4 or 5 that look pretty good and you're getting good CTRs, anything above, say, 2% would be good for you. That 3% is great. That 7.5% is wow. We want to then go and start testing other things, okay? So step 2 is to find yourself, 3 or 4 more good ads. Once you got that set of 5, 6, 7, 5 or more ads, the next step is going to be creating an ad set with those 5 ads in them. And you can start then testing out different targeting, and you'll be able to target, mecha or skincare or stress. I don't know what's going to work. You've got to go and then target those things inside Facebook to see if you can find the group of people who are going to buy this. So that's phase 2. Phase 1 is figuring out what concepts and what ad creatives actually work. Phase 2, trying to have a go at finding what groups of people with certain interests are going to work the best. And then phase 3, that's the fun bit, that's the scale bit. But first, for you, ad creatives and price point. All right, Pradeep, fresh pause. 2 questions. Meta Advantage Plus campaign active since 30th of June for the third trimmer. Best results between the 1st and 10th of August this month. But overall, it's been better than last month. Meta rejected your ads on Saturday. Yeah, I know. I got all. I think I got all of your notifications. The image does not comply content from others. The image does not copy content from others. All of them are active again after a manual review. Cool. The campaign budget is $175 per day, and you're slowly increasing the budget every 3 or 4 days. Can you give my opinion on scaling? Should you get UGC? Nearly always. The answer to should you get UGC is nearly always. Ben, Are we drop shipping or starting brands? We are doing both. We are starting brands with drop shipping. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Branded drop shipping. 2, you run ads for the pet bed between the 14th and the 24th. Spend $400. Only one sale. Yeah, pet beds. Pet beds are tough, man. Pet bed. I've yet to see an Australian do really well with pet beds. I don't know if it's just Aussie. Maybe they work better in America, but I don't know about pet beds. We'll check your account in a second, by the way. CTR and cost per click were good, but the CPM was high. You've turned off the campaign. Can I take a look at the product page? Yeah, cool. Let's take a look at that. So, fresh pause. All right, let's go have a look. Fresh pause. $30 per purchase. Looking sweet. And you're wanting to scale this. All right. Pradeep, what level are you? You're a bronze member, right? Are you sure? Pradeep, you on the call? With these kind of numbers? Max, do you keep C2 and C5 on? Well, you know, you can keep them on if you want, but the idea is to go and find different variations now that work for those two. So if you want to put them, actually don't put them all into their own ad set just yet. We want to find a good couple more that are going to work. So turn them off for now. You know that they work. Come back to them once you've got 3 or 4 more ads that look pretty good, because you want to create a ad set with all your best ads together for the next phase. You haven't made 5K profit yet. Okay. How much profit have you made in this last 30 days, Pradeep? Numbers look great. Your ads look fantastic. 1.5K profit. Pradeep, how many emails do you have in your database? Really nice page. Really, really nice. Your satisfaction guarantee looks a bit off, by the way. You should probably center it. Close to 700? Close to... How long have you been running this, Pradeep? Justin, since I might not have enough time to get to the comments, am I going to pick up where you left off and continue responding? Yeah, if you can get... If I don't have time, just get your... Because I'll have more time on Thursday too. Like, I just got to finish this call by 8 tonight for the next call. I'll have more time on Thursday, so if I don't get your call, pop your question in there. Okay, so you've spent $8,000 to make about, what, $1,500 in profit per month? Dude, you're so close, but you're not quite there. Ugh. So very close. Let's wait and see how we go, Justin, because I could get through a whole bunch of questions really quick. Okay. Hold on, I'm thinking. It's just... Here's the thing. I've spent a way less on my brand new store that opened up. And I've already got about 300 emails. I'm just wondering how you've spent $8,000 on this particular product, and we've only got 700 emails. What is your sign-up rate for your email form? Can you tell me that? Oh, thanks, Diane. Thanks for the confidence. It does happen near the end of the stream. If you're unlucky and I'm trying to close the stream off, I tend to speed things up. If you want a long answer, you get your question in first. Pradeep, are you running after sales? Hey, everybody stop laughing at Diane. Michaela, Damon, Beck, Justin, Kevin, and one more. Whoever that one more is, I'll find you. All right, Pradeep. I need your email sign up rate of your form. Oh, 7 people now. 8 people. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's right. You take that laugh. Oh, 9 people. That's it. I quit. Pradeep, you've got post-purchase upsell. Okay. Post-purchase upsell. So you undid your laugh. Come on, guys. Let's get serious. All right, Pradeep. If I were you, what you've got here is a sales machine. So all you need to do now is make more money with the people that you're getting. And that's going to be with your upsells. Now, if your upsells are not working, it's time to rotate some products in and out and test. Like, you've got some decent products here, but there is like unlimited dog products. Sure, there's only a few dog products that are going to get you that first sale. Yeah. So yes, we're limited on things that we can scale, but if I had a store, like for example, on Homecraftology, just for those of you who are new, Homecraftology is the brand I've been running the longest. Started this in 2017, is what kicked off another 4 crafting brands that I own as well. It all started with this one. And as I was scaling this one, I was actually breaking even on the Facebook ads. 7.7% sign up rate since July. Great. That's a good sign up rate. We're getting somewhere. For these products on my Facebook ads, I had a 1.5 ROAS, and I've kept it like that for. It's a bit higher at the moment, to be honest with you, because times are a bit different for diamond painting kits. They're no longer trending, but oh, how's Lush Living? Lush Living's dead, my friend. Closed that down months ago. We sold like, I think we sold like $80,000 worth of cloths, and it just wasn't fun for me anymore. It was barely any profit, and I ran out of exciting bathroom products to add. So I've started up a new store, which I'm absolutely in love with right now. Absolutely in love with. And that's important to be in love with your store. I was briefly in love with Lush Living, but let's face it, I don't clean bathrooms. All right, where I'm going with this is pretty. For a good 2-3 years, Homecraftology ads were break-even ads, and where I made money was selling more stuff to my list. You find them, you tried MX Tool and use ChatGPT to help fix your issue. So what is your open rate? And look, just remember. Give me a second here. I'll go into Omnisend, and I'll just give you a brief. I'm not going to go into these because they will take me far too long. I'm just going to give you a really brief overview of what you need to do. For those of you who are, what's my new store? Look, you guys are going to find it eventually, but I'm not going to share it on the stream. Because it's a small community, and I find all the products. And when I go and start a new store, I'm gonna step on someone's toes, and they're gonna get annoyed. They're gonna get annoyed that I'm selling the same product that they're selling. Just if you ever do see me selling one of your products, just know that I target the USA, so we're not even in the same market. Pradeep, you're with Clavio. It doesn't matter who you're with. Clavio is fine. I do prefer Omnisend personally, but you know what? I just recently paid an email agency to create for me a whole bunch of email campaigns that are they're gorgeous. They are really, really gorgeous. and they prefer Klaviyo, and they're like, I don't know why you prefer Omnisend, Chris. It's like Klaviyo is the best thing in the world, and I'm like, I disagree, but anyway. Okay, if I was you running the dog store, the first thing that I'd be trying to do is scale up to the point where I'm making a little bit of profit from each sale, which I think you're at that point now. Before you can scale any further, you're going to need a strategy to do two things: increase the number of products that you're selling per order, or increase the number of people who are coming back. Pradeep, you're getting 30% revenue from your welcome series. Yeah, welcome series is it. If you saw my last stream, you saw that I've made 45,000 US dollars. Yeah, I'll share my email people with you in a second, okay? But it's not, tell them Chris sent you. Maybe they'll give me a free email. Can you do that for me? Tell them Chris Evers sent you off an amazing review. Please give him a free email flow. Okay. So in my last stream, I showed you this store had done 46,000 US dollars last month. And this is the last 30 days of data. So you can just see how much of that came from email flows. I mean, that's a good 6, 8, 10, 13, let's say 13 and a half, $14,000 of my last 30 days came from just email flows. That's 30% of my entire revenue for the month was in these flows. But these campaigns, this is where I make my real money. Sending my emails to my email list, it's like, that makes me $4,000 or $5,000 a week. That's, maths is harder for me right now. That's half my revenue. And this is all like, because I'm not paying Facebook for these conversions, after I pay for my product, it's all profit. Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to start looking for fresh new dog products. Things like harnesses, things like, I don't know dog products, but go and find a whole bunch of them. And they can just be stuff you can get from somewhere else. All you've got to now do is sell them via email, I'll give you an example. So I made $1,500 US dollars from one email this week. And I'll just show you the email. 50% off all diamond painting kits, blah, yada, yada, yada. And also, hey, here is all the new kits that you can get. And people are loving the new designs. I have to have new products for my customers to buy or they get bored. Your open rate on your welcome series is 35 to 55% last 30 days. Click rate is 1% after first email. I'll show you mine just to see if we're on the same track here. It's funny because you should see what these new campaign did for this agency. I'll show them in a second. Where am I? Ah, there we go. Buy or die. So we are looking at 51% and a 10% click rate. I think your email is the problem. It's not your open rate. It's your click rate. Now, one of the things that I've actually recently started doing on Homecraft is I decreased, and this is going to sound weird, I decreased the percentage off that I'm giving people on my website. It was 40%. I've decreased that to 30%. So I've kept my prices. My prices are at 4 times margin, and we give you 30% off the bat. And then I've actually increased my offer to 15%. Damon, welcome. 20 grand, not bad. Not bad. What I mean, not bad. It's bloody brilliant. Bloody brilliant. So Pradeep, get into your welcome flow and start making amazing workflows. Now, I'll give you the place I went to. It's called Staircase Flow. I will get these guys to work on Homecraftology. I will. They haven't worked with Homecraft before, but they've worked with my new brand. And yeah, my new brand actually looks a bit like these emails here. These are incredible emails. The way that these guys work is you have a call with them, you show them your product, you talk through what your best sellers, and for $1,250 US, they will that's the smallest plan they do. They will create 3 flows. Your welcome series will have 7 emails in it that they'll create, and then you can choose 2 other workflows. So I chose browser. What I choose? Cart abandonment and thank you series. The reason why I chose thank you series, it's the most important series of my entire website. Thank you series means I spend $25 or $30 or whatever my cost per purchase is on Facebook. I spend that and I get you. You're my customer now. You bought off me one time. My thank you series allows me to sell to you again. How many sales and subscribers do you need to start retargeting? Probably, if you're going to be retargeting, you need it's not about subscribers so much. The minimum size of an audience on Facebook is 1,000. And to retarget, you need like maybe 1,000 people who've added to cart or 1,000 people who viewed your page. Every time you get up to 1,000 people who've done a certain action on Facebook, you can start to retarget them, and they become a viable audience. So this is Staircase Flow. They're not cheap, so that would be about 2,000 Australian for three emails. John has asked, how do we get a good quality email list? You build it. You don't buy it. You build it. You build it. Like I did with Homecraft, we've got audience of now what? We've been through 52,000 subscribers have subscribed over the last 10 years, the last 8 years, however I've been doing this. 55,000 people are still subscribed. Pradeep, last 30 days, AOV is $62. It's not bad. It's just not making you money. So for you, you're going to have to make it on the back end. And Neil, what stage do I think you should launch campaign emails? So on my latest store, I've got 260 new emails. I will most likely launch my first campaigns when the first batch of those have finished the welcome series. I don't want to send campaigns while half my list is in the welcome series. So I'll wait. I have 7 emails in there. I will wait 7 days, and then I'll launch my first campaign. Don't expect much from your first few campaigns. Just get into the habit of thinking ahead. For example, on Friday night, before I go to bed, I'm up here thinking, what the hell am I going to sell this weekend, and what price is it going to be? And just bear in mind, especially you, Pradeep, you've got, did you say 700 people on your list? Some of those people have bought from you, some of them haven't. You might want to offer 30% off your trimmers, because that's what you would get if you got a Facebook purchase. Offer it this week on the email. You might want to go and find harnesses and leashes and maybe you can't sell your dog bed on Facebook. You can certainly take 30% off this and sell it via email. Your nail grinders, sell it via email. Your jet thing, sell it via email. Go and find a good supplier for dog shampoo on eBay and sell that via email. Go and find more products to sell to your email customers so that you make profit on emails. And that way you can scale up your Facebook, and Facebook just brings you new customers. And then your email series, keep doing it, man. Keep finding, it's about finding the right offer and the price point. If you've priced your product correctly, you could offer 50% off and still make money running your dog beds, right? Right now, you've got a machine that's generating you customers, and all you have to do, the only thing you have to do now is find more products to sell those customers. This is way easier than finding a winning product. You've already found one. Now you just got to figure out how to sell more to those people. And your upsell, your one-click upsell, isn't working well enough for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be feeling the pinch. So go find more products. Go find more dog products. Go use my advice would be, at your stage, go use Kalo data. Kalo data is a great way to find trending stuff. And your PP ads, go find your winning and viral dog products that maybe haven't made it to Facebook yet. Stick them on your store, test them via email, and maybe test them via ads too. You know, that's what I'd be doing. 2 campaigns for your beds. One sec, let's take a look here. Open rate, not bad. Click rate, not good. Can you show me what one of those emails look like? Take a screenshot of the email so I can see. And what time of day did you send them? I find I can't give you a good time of day. I send mine really early in the morning so that the people in the USA get it at say, 12 a.m. But what you got to kind of do is send your emails and test when to send them. So you might do one 7 a.m. Your next one you might do 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 5 p.m. And you have a look at the open rates and the click rates, depending on which time of the day that you send it. And that way you'll learn the exact time and day to send your products. Michaela, 11 a.m. works really well for you. So for me, I made an extra, $1,500 on an email because I decided to accidentally press send at 11 p.m. on Friday. And it worked. And I'm like, holy shit. 11 p.m. is a great time to send to the US. I didn't realize before, but apparently it is. Look it up. What's 11 p.m. Brisbane time in, say, California? $6 a.m. So I sent it them and people were just waking up in the US, got my email and purchased. Pradeep, you've got a lot of work ahead of you, but this is the good work. This is the work I enjoy. This is the optimization phase. All right. Alex, review Luna Loft website and account. 4 sales over 4 days, which is not a bad start. A few competitors that are doing well. You've been running ads for a while, but there are a lot of other sites that are selling the same product and not running ads. Could be too saturated. Could be too saturated. Yeah, okay. Have I tried to do thank you video? Well, that's a great idea. Where you target people who have bought your product on Facebook and create a video saying thank you and upsell a customer. Now that relentless, that is a brilliant idea. I have done that years ago, years and years and years ago. How to find good suppliers? Come and have a chat with me. I'll hook you up with my supplier. I'll get you my link. We can supply up to, well, there's no limit actually. We have our own warehouse. We can do like thousands of orders per day. We have lots of customers. We have lots of big fish running from our warehouse, and we're currently supplying 4 or 5. I don't even know, maybe 4 or 5,000 products per day. Come and have a chat. I'll hook you up with my suppliers. 3-in-1 sculptor. Oh yeah. Look, I honestly think this one has had its day. This one, we had students running this since I first started at Freedom Club. And yeah, there is a lot of competition. I'll have a look at your ads and we'll see what they look like. But yeah, a thank you video with an upsell on Facebook. That's utterly brilliant. All right, LED sculptor 285. Rowers of 4. I mean, it's not a bad start. Why did we stop the other one? You're almost there. Just got to get that cost per purchase down a little bit more and you're there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. You're only doing testing. Your CPM's pretty good. Your click-throughs are pretty good. You can sell this. That's promising. Your ads just have too much text, I think. Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, too much text. Too much text. You're gonna have to say more with less. The profit margin for the collagen mask was too low. Yeah, fair enough. You can sell them as an upsell. Hey, yeah, man, your ads just need a bit more work. There's just no one's got time to read all this. Problem and solution focus is what you need to do. Ditch the Botox, youthful skin, no injections required. Beautiful. That's fantastic. How are these going? Let's see, $41 spent. All right, before we figure out if we're going to drop this product, make sure you do your checkouts. And make sure you look at your add to carts. And this paints a very different picture. Very different picture. C1, C5, and C3 look like winning ads to me. You could have easily had an extra 1 or 2 conversions, which would have made you kind of excited, actually. They were very low. What do you mean by very low? C5, C3, C1. See, 3-minute facelift. Ditch the Botox. I'm not sure what you mean by very low. Have you got a video for this thing? I'd grab C1, C3, and whatever those ones were with the add to carts. I'd grab those ones. I'd throw that into an ad set with a video because we need a video, and I'd start targeting add to carts and checkouts. Well, no, not for the spend, man. Not for the spend. So to my eyes, you've got 3 potential ads that look good. You need a video, maybe 2 videos. Throw it into an ad set altogether, and now it's time to start doing some interest targeting. You might find that you throw them all into an ad set and you target beauty, or you target other beauty-related interests. You got to go through and spend a bit of money now testing interests. You might find one of those interests actually takes off. I'll show you, like, I was completely against interest targeting. I really was. Until recently, I am a born-again retargeter. No, not retargeter. A born-again interest targeter. I was so surprised. So I've just been running these carousels. Is this the one? That's not the one. Carousel testing. Oh, the C6 and C7 videos. We'll come back to them in a second. So I targeted anime, Audible, broads, shoppers, coloring in, and crafts. Who would have thought people who like coloring in like diamond painting? Where's my cost per purchases here? Look at this, $28 per purchase for crafts and coloring in. Who would have thought? I never would have thought. But I only found these through testing interests. And I'm not even doing much of these. These are just carousel ads. But what was important, like, I didn't realize, I knew it, but I didn't stop to do it up until recently. The text that you have, if you carefully craft this text, it can make a huge difference. My 2 best performing ads are completely the same in terms of like the products that people see. But the text here is what makes a difference. New to diamond painting, it's like paint by numbers with tiny gems. So I'm explaining to people what this is in ways they're going to understand. So yeah, and then the text here, it doesn't even have your usual e-commerce stuff that you'd put in, you know, like the ticks and everything. It's actually just a review and an offer. Not even a big bright, hey, you've only got 10 seconds left to make your purchase or the price is going. No, none of that crap. Just a nice offer and a nice review. And I'm getting $30 purchases off a carousel, which is ridiculous. All right, back to what we were looking at before for your best ads. Oh yeah, interest targeting. No, I don't use Advantage Plus creative text. I want more control over what I'm showing my customers because I've seen the kind of bullshit that Facebook creates in Advantage Plus. And they don't even give a crap about your brand. Some of the text they write is horrendous. So I want more control. Happiness worldwide. A thought just occurred. If you have a primary product on your store and you're running ads on it, could you run 1 or 2 primary products as your complementary products? Yeah. Hey, look, the latest store that I just built, we launched with 1 primary product, but that's just launch. We're now testing out our secondary product right now. We already have planned, and we're already getting UGC for our 3rd and 4th products. We're not stopping at 1. We just got 1 to get us going. We're going to test a whole bunch of primaries. All right. Little Loft. Which ones are these the videos? I didn't see any videos. That's not a video. Dr. Squash has a thank you video running for years now. I gotta be honest, I never even thought to do it. One of my best videos is my wife and I sitting in this room doing... Oh, it is a video, C6. You're right. So we're sitting in this room right here doing a one of our diamond painting kits and just talking about it. And people go nuts for it. So her and I sitting in this room thanking someone for their purchase, that's a great idea. Yeah, so your video sucked. I mean, the click-through was great. Cost per click was great, actually. It just had no add to carts. But what can tend to happen with your videos is this is most likely going to be, in most cases, maybe not this one, in most cases, your video will probably get most of the spend. And usually it's like, this is what people focus on. They might not click. They might not add to cart. They might watch the video, though, and then Facebook then serves them up one of these a few scrolls later. So if you find your video, and this is a tip for all of you, if you go and sort by spend, and you're finding that your video, in this case, is not the case, but if you do find your video is getting all the spend and not getting the conversions, what's happening is that people are getting retargeted by your other ads. But it's also an indication that you probably need to figure out the first 10 seconds of your video a bit more. Oh, this has got the learn more bug. Maybe change this to a shop now. And I would be testing different copy up here too. Sculpted radiant skin 3 minutes a day. So that's not the headline that you're trying to sell here. You're selling ditch the Botox. So why not generate a review here of someone who actually used to get Botox and now just uses this? And that could be the text. Also, we've got the headline here, 50% off best-selling LED face mask. Now, I know we teach you to do that in the Freedom Club, and we say this is the best headline to use. It's not necessarily the best headline for you to use. It may work overall, generally, but wouldn't your headline might be better as ditch the Botox? And now, if you're in my masterclass a few weeks ago and you went through the list with me of how I make my hooks, I'm testing 4 or 5 different hooks before I land on the right hook. And so you got so much more to test than just these. And look, you did get decent results. You didn't get the purchases you wanted, but you got the clicks. The clicks are pretty good. The quality ranking looks okay. Some of these clicks were good, but there's way too much text on a lot of these ads. So I'd like you to simplify a little bit. I want you to focus on getting the right copy and getting the right headlines. Absolutely, I test headlines. Like, I test them more than anything. That's why I spent so much time building my spreadsheet, so that I have a whole bunch of hook ideas and a whole bunch of headlines. And you know what I do is I take my headline ideas. I also use ChatGPT to try and get as many headlines as I can. But then I go a step further and say to ChatGPT, make these headlines shorter so that we can say more with less. Say the same thing with less words. Headlines are so important. You gotta think, what does this look like in the different locations on Facebook? Is this the kind of ad that will get your attention? You see how this 50% off best-selling LED face mask, it's 2 lines? Because that's 2 lines, no one will see what you've written in the description. Do you even have a description? Yeah, so that's not even going to get seen because your headline's too long. How long do I run this test? I usually run a test for about $20. How do I know when to stop? I usually stop after $20. Maybe $30 if I want to be sure. after $30, you should have a good indication of roughly your click-through rate and your cost per click. And even if you get lucky, maybe even an add to cart and a sale. So this sculpted radiant skin in just 3 minutes a day, that's what it does. But that's not the benefit, right? That's not the problem either. This would be a perfect opportunity to do a 1-star review type of image as well, where you have the product, you do a 1-star review, and you make up a funny review. The review could be, now all of my other bathroom utensils are useless. You felt that you burnt some money with your ads. Yeah, man, you don't have to spend, hundreds of dollars in testing every single idea. You want to spend, 20 to $30 max testing out an idea. And what you're testing at this stage is you're just trying to figure out which of these ads has potential. Some of these already do. But I feel like your copy is letting you down. Like C5, look at that, 2 purchases, great. $20 a purchase. Click-through is decent. Cost per click is pretty good. I'd be taking C5, right? If this was my account, I'd be like, I'd show this to my image guy, and I'd be like, okay, let's redo this image. There's something in here and it's working, and your job is to try and figure out what here is actually working and what can you do better. And I might spend, say, $150 to $200 testing ideas until I've got a rough idea of my 6 best ads. And then what do I do? Well, then I'm next to the next stage of testing for me, which is testing keywords and testing interests. And after that, I'm kind of ready to go. Like, I should, after a little bit of testing keywords, I should know my best 5-6 ads, my best keyword. That should be enough to get me going and get me at least able to scale up to $200 or $300 a day spend. All right. How many did we get through? Oh, geez, we didn't get through much today. God damn. All right. Rhonda. Having an issue with the product you're selling, the brand created. This is the brand that created your product Vital Source. It seems like what other suppliers are selling is a dupe version of it. How can you get away with this? Well, if you're confident. Hold on. When I test interest, do I doing this manually in the asset settings or purely via? No. When we test relentless, do I believe in manifestation? What? Manifestation? No, I don't believe in manifestation. I'm not a bullshit